everyone. So, as you can tell by the title, actually I don't even know what the hell the title is going to be. Let me get my disclaimer. I do cuss in my videos. I try to keep it to a minimum, but nobody's perfect. So if you have little ones around, please come back later and watch, go watch something and then come back. I would love to have you here, but I'm not kid friendly. With that said, I don't know what the hell I'm going to name this video. More of BX's bullshit, more of BX playing the victim, more of BX trying to show everyone that he's right and we're all these just horrible people, that this whole community is just out to get him. BX's paranoia. I don't know yet. Obviously it's going to be about BX, though. Because, and I should have seen it coming. So, let's rewind a bit. Not too long ago, Teaspiracy did a live stream with this woman who was an ex-moderator of Katie Joy's. And she listened to this woman's story and tried to help raise money for this woman. And BX at the time was basically like telling Teaspiracy, you're stupid for believing this woman. She's after the money. And so Teaspiracy was like, well, look, I like to help people. I like to believe people. Basically like it is what it is. If I'm naive, I'm naive. But this is what I want to do because this is what makes me feel good. And this is what I think is right. And I made a video. A lot of other people made videos kind of backing her and saying, like, it's better to be supportive, listen to what people have to say, and hope that they're not being a shitty person, rather than ignore them, not give them the chance to share their story and what they've been through. So, and yes, sometimes people take advantage of people. Shit happens and it sucks. So recently it came out that this woman was basically talking shit like, oh, Teaspiracy didn't pay me or something like that, wanting the money, and Teaspiracy hadn't gotten the money yet to pay her, but she has now. Anyway, then the mod did come back and make this apology live stream where she was like, I was just mad at shit on Twitter and it had nothing to do with Teaspiracy, but in my opinion, that was a load of shit. Shit happens. Like I said, at the time, I took up for the woman and for Teaspiracy for having her on her channel because it felt like the right thing. But the reason I'm here right now is because BX has pissed me off yet again. Surprise. It's so fucking irritating. So he took this as a chance to say, I was fucking right. Everyone canceled me for no reason. So he's like, at the beginning, so he starts the video at some point in the beginning. He's like, I'm going to try to make this not about me as much as possible. And then continues for the next 12 minutes and even further than that, pretty much the rest of the video, not talking about what happened with the mod. He didn't come on there and say, all right, yeah, I got canceled for this part, my part in it, and talk about that for a second, and then say, so here's what happened. This channel had this person on. Everyone believed this person. Then this channel did a live stream talking shit or whatever. Then this channel responded, and now this channel has said this, blah, 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 blah. He didn't talk about that at all. He literally was like, everybody used this as an excuse to cancel me. It's not the only reason they cancel me. A lot of people didn't like the way I talk. They didn't like my jokes. So they just use this as a reason to leave. Which, no. First of all, no. Everyone shared why they didn't like you. This had been going on. And we're going to get into the fact that it wasn't just that. But he says that, and then he says, basically he's like, it turns out that she was after the money. And here's why I thought that to begin with. And that's all he says. As far as like what happened, that's what he says. He doesn't explain that the woman had came back saying that Teespiracy hadn't paid her, and that Teespiracy said she was going to pay her, she hadn't gotten the money yet. He used the entire video as a "I told you so, look at how I'm the victim," and he says so many of the same words. I'm not a victim, but then he goes on, all the people that make me out to be a monster, his favorite things to say: I'm not a victim, everyone tries to make me a monster, nobody likes my jokes, people don't like me telling the truth, people can't think logically. He says that several times. Like, it's all the same dialogue from every other thing he's ever said and done. Like, it's the same thing put in one video to say, see, I told you, I knew, this is, it was what I said it was, and now you've canceled me for no reason. So he says he was canceled because people didn't understand his jokes, people didn't like the way he talked, and that this was the reason, right? This wasn't the only thing, okay? And people, like I said, people have been honest throughout of why they don't like him, why they left his channel. And he keeps calling everyone the detractors of his channel. And when the detractors say this, it's so frustrating. It like frustrates me to no end. But at the time that this whole thing happened, with him talking shit about Teespiracy taking on this model into her live, he also, right afterwards, jumped all over True Ball of Wax, because he was like, when I was being canceled, you know, I was bringing people onto my channel, and I was trying to hear what they had to say. Like, I wanted to, of course, take the criticism. But when True Ball of Wax went onto his live and was trying to talk to him from a subscriber standpoint, he completely bombarded her with questions, disrespected her, twisted everything. It's there. Y'all can go watch it. Anyone who comes to my channel, I don't talk about shit it's not there for you to see. It's there. And I'll try to remember to link it. But he talks about, you know, how he's always open to debate, and then, you know, people just make him out to be a bully. That's another thing. No one's out to make him anything that he's not. No one would take the time to say, hey, here's why I'm not liking what you're doing, if they didn't like something about him before. And he makes it out to be this huge hate campaign. He even says at one point, when the KJ drama died down, it was all about me, and that he goes and sits in people's live streams, and he's just sitting there to watch because he clicks on shit that YouTube recommends, and then his name comes up. Like, he claims like he does nothing and his name just comes up, which is also provable, like, bullshit. It's you can prove that it's bullshit. But he also says, well, I was never trying to make an echo chamber, but, you know, these people, they just don't align with me, and blah, 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 blah. And he said he throws shots through the whole thing. When I said align, that reminded me of it. He made the comment that some of these people were aligning in their thoughts and emotions, and, you know, of course, he makes the comment that too many people are thinking about their emotions, because, you know, non-emotional BX. But he made that comment about people's emotions aligning because of what Radiant Brit had said. He used a couple of things that Radiant Brit said, and quite a few things about Teespiracy and things she said. And he's talking about all these other creators throwing jabs and punches at him, but that's what he does throughout this video. He says he does not want to be a member of the KJ community. He doesn't want to do... Now he's not a drama channel or T channel. He doesn't want to be a T channel. He should have never been a T channel. And here's why. Excuse me. Because he is a straight black male. Mainly because he's a straight male. He should have never even tried. That's what he says. Because there's no place for a straight black male to do tea. I don't get it. I don't get it. How could you not sit back and realize? And he goes on this whole thing about how he takes the criticism. He had a notebook. He used to write down real criticism, and separate the not real criticism from the real criticism and try to see how he could better himself. And I'm like, how do you know that you're good at assessing what's true criticism and what's not? Because obviously you can't, and I can prove that he can't. Go to any of his comment sections, go to any video made about him where people are saying, hey BX, I like you, I'm a subscriber, I was a paying member, whatever, but you're doing this and I don't like this. Like, and I want to support you, but I can't support this. Anytime anyone's ever said that, he's like, I don't give a fuck, fuck you, you're stupid, I don't want you here, I don't need you here. And even in this video, he talks about how people just, they don't vibe with him, they don't align with him, and he didn't really want them in, he don't want people like that there anyway. That proves that he cannot discern real and fake criticism, or real and not important criticism, or whatever. It's just whatever he wants to hear, whatever he wants it to be, it is what it is. Everyone else is wrong, regardless of what you say, regardless of how true it is, because I used to support BX. Like, he really cuts in on the fact that it's all of these detractors and people that used to support him. And it's like, you're missing the fucking point. People cared enough and watched you enough to speak out and say, like, yo, please stop this bullshit. And then your reaction, you're going into comment sections and calling people stupid, telling them to fucking leave. That's what led to videos and all the things being said about you. It's your own actions that put you where you are. And there's another point in the video where he claims he's taking responsibility, but he's not. If you're still making videos like this one and saying that basically everyone just chose to cancel you because they didn't like you, because you're a straight black male, instead of really taking responsibility for the shitty things you have said and done, because you have done very shitty things. You've said very shitty things. You're not taking responsibility. You have not apologized for shit. It blows my fucking mind that he thinks that, like, somehow he's taking the criticism and he's fair and logical. Dude, shut the fuck up and truly go back to your debate against True Ball of Wax. Listen, like, truly, objectively, listen to how you talked to her, how you treated her, and not just, oh, I talked calm. No, like, really fucking listen to what she was trying to say and how you handled that. Go back and read through your own comment section, and then assess yourself and how you handled it. Not that he will, but I'm just saying. So towards the end of the video, because like I said, at the very beginning, he was not going to make this all about him. He was going to try to make it the least amount about him as possible, which was impossible for him. Because, again, the whole thing, the only thing he said about the ex-mod was seemed like she wanted the money, and that's it. And then he continued to talk about how people have canceled him, made him out to be a bully and a monster, and now it's because he's a straight man, and there's just no place in the tea community for that, and he does not want to be a part of the tea community, and that's why he went so hard and was such an asshole right there at the end, because he just got tired of it, and he doesn't want anything to do with the KJ or anti-KJ community. He just washed his hands of it, done. It's basically like, you can't fire me, I quit. That's pretty much what that part was. Like, I didn't even want to be in this community, fuck it. And then towards the end, he's like talking about how all these people made videos about him. And this is where the paranoia comes in, because he's like, they all, their emotions all aligned, and they all made videos about me, knowing that if I didn't cover any of the KJ stuff, that where would the subscribers go? If I quit covering it, if they could get me to stop, they would gain the subs. And he talks about people building and growing from that. Like people have gotten careers from that. And it's, no. Who the fuck, I'm sorry, let's just be real. Who the fuck on this level has a career doing this? No one. We're not at that level. That's not us. and as far as the KJ, anti-KJ community, people were calling him out for his actions. People weren't just trying to cancel him, first of all. Second of all, most of us, all of us in this community, we share the same subscribers. Because there's no need to pick and choose. We all have an opinion on it. People are really cool and they love to hear different opinions. I watch several other ones. Like, I make videos about this shit and talk about it myself, but I watch everyone else and I love everyone else. There's always a different take on it. Or even if it's the same, like, I love their personalities. I like their channel. You don't need to take someone down and try to take their subs when you have all the same subs to begin with. And I just want to say real quick, like, this has not been my experience at all. Like, I joined the anti-KJ community, if that's what this is going to be called. I just kind of jumped in. And I talked about this the other day, I have been so incredibly lucky and incredibly blessed. I have been accepted in this community by more channels than I could have ever imagined. Like, these are the people that I watched before I started. And I've spoken to them in messages and comments, and it's been incredible. And they've all been supportive. Every single one I've talked to, except for BXbeastboy. Everyone I've talked to has been so kind, so supportive. And the one time I spoke to BX, he posted a fake-ass comment about taking criticism from what I said, and then shaded me the next day in a video. So, yeah. But everyone else has been incredibly supportive, incredibly kind, like literally shouting me out, which, that's a huge deal. No one has to do that for any fucking body. That's a big deal. To say, hey, here's this creator, I think there's something there in their channel that I think that they could grow and that they deserve to grow. That, it takes a hell of a lot. It means a hell of a lot. And I've gotten that. I've gotten that a couple of times from different creators. And these creators are very supportive of each other. So I don't know. Well, I do know. If BX wasn't so shitty, maybe he would have been a part of this community in a different way. Maybe his experience would have been different. But he should take responsibility for that, because I know that these other people who are, other creators in this community, they are extremely supportive. They're extremely kind. They have each other's back. They help each other out. They lift each other up. And that's what it should be. And I'm tired of it always being so negative and like, oh, the community's falling apart. Have there been a few things that have happened that were shitty? Sure. Yes, there have. But I think at the heart of this community, the people who have been here for a while, like, and the subscribers, like, you guys are incredible. And I know a lot of you are subscribed to other channels because you came here because they shouted me out. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are amazing. The creators are amazing. And if BX had such a horrible experience, he did it to his damn self. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry, because that's the truth. At the end of the day, BX says he's not going to cover anything else about Katie or the anti-KJ community. And they only did this, and that's the biggest lie of it all. He only did that video because his real people who supported him regardless and no matter what, that liked him for who he was, because they were asking for it. Like, he didn't want to do the video, but they asked for it. And I say, bullshit, BX. You probably could not fucking wait to say, I told you so. See, I knew you were wrong. Now everyone cancel me for no reason. Or they were all just out to get me. See, this wasn't the real reason. They were all just out to get me. I've heard through covering BX that he's actually been in several different communities, and I never did get the chance to really look into the history of BX and what other communities he's been a part of and involved in. But it seems to me that he dove into this one and grew and then showed who he really was, and now he's like dipping out and on to the next one. So I feel for the next community, honestly. I mean, he's shitty. He's just shitty. And I've never had a problem saying that. And I still don't have a problem saying that. He's just shitty. It's a fact. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed hearing my little rant. It's not really a rant, but it's almost a rant. It irritated me, but it didn't full on piss me off. You know what I mean? Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.